Hey everybody, this is Josh Gibson. I just wanted to make this video. Today I am going to be opening 50 sealed titles on video. I went through all of my cartoon discs here and my music discs here yesterday, and I opened some of them, and then I thought, hey, why don't I make a video of opening a bunch of sealed discs just for fun. So, without further ado, I'm just going to set you over here. And let's go. First up, we have Fire and Ice. This is the disc that came from the Leech's collection. So, I'm pretty confident that the disc inside is going to be minty. But I'm going to open it anyways. Why not? So, there's one disc open. I'll check them later to make sure they're okay. I don't want the video to be too long. Pinocchio, Fairy Tale Theater Classics. Another disc from the Leech's collection. Let's go ahead and open that one up. Man with Two Brains, another disc from the Leech's collection. This one is super pretty tight, actually. I did grab a knife. Make this a little easier than some of these. This is a title that I used to have, and it played horribly, so I had to get rid of it. But I thoroughly enjoy this film. So I'm glad that I have this mint copy, and I'm sure the inside is probably great since it came from the Leech's collection. Might need a pre-play since it's been stored for the last 40 years. Next we have Easy Money, another disc from the Leech's collection. This is one that's usually really hard to find in good shape since it has an all-white label. They tend to get water damage and they look like crap, but this thing is a very cherry. Next up we have Heartbreakers. I believe this is a later release, yep, 1984. It's a stereo. I'm not sure if this is stereo or not. It doesn't say it anywhere, but being a later release, it probably is. I don't know, it's by Vestron. So I'm looking forward to watching that one. Next up, this is the last of my Leech's discs. I have Real Genius. This is a stereo title, late release stereo title in a white caddy. This one actually says 1985. And then we have Birdman of Alcatraz. I've never watched this one, but I've always wanted to. This is actually the harder to find RCA version of the circle. Disc title, by the way. Next we have Failsafe. It seems to be a pretty popular one that everybody is always looking for. I'm not sure why. I've never seen it, but it's on my watch list since everybody seems to want it. So I have to see what all the hubbub's about. Got Chuck Norris, Invasion USA. probably one of the cooler looking cover arts. It's a stereo. This one's actually packaged copyright 1986. So this is a very late release. And we have Diana Ross. This disc actually came out of my CED Music box, which I was trying to get all sealed discs for, but I think I'd rather open them and make sure that the discs inside are watchable. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, even if the disc is sealed, if it was stacked at some point in its life, multiple discs on top, the grooves in the disc get crushed and the disc will be unwatchable even if it's still sealed. So you got to open them up and you got to check them and make sure that they're not cracked for one thing. They can get damaged that way too. But and then you want to make sure that they're not crushed. This is the black and white version of Rock Show that came out of the CED Music box. There's also a colored version that RCA sold separately. And then it also came with the Doobie Brothers. Another reason that you really don't want to leave your discs sealed on CDs is over time the shrink wrap will continue to shrink and it pushes this spine down into the caddy. I already went through most of my collection and slit the top open just so that it doesn't keep pushing that spine down. But we got Kenny Loggins alive. Here's another one of my favorites, The Wildlife, little known movie. This also has Leah Thompson in it, Christopher Penn, Eric Stoltz, which oddly enough, Eric Stoltz was supposed to be in Marty in Back to the Future with Leah Thompson. So, how about that? And then we have a Playboy review disc. This has the stereo sticker. I'm going to save this sticker. I'm going to glue it onto a magnet, turn it into a magnet. So I'm not going to throw the sticker away. This says records, our price, $4.99. So somebody only paid $5 for this. This is one I almost hate to unseal, but oh, that bird. This is really hard to find in good shape, as most children's titles are. As you can imagine, children were not very kind to them. There you have it. And then we have The Survivors. Robin Williams. This is a great movie. I've seen this before. This is a great movie. And here's a title I just recently picked up from Scott, Roman Holiday. I just grabbed this one from him because I've never seen it before, and I'm kind of getting into the black and white films a little bit more now. I thought it looked like it'd be pretty good. Figured I'd see what it's all about. Here's another one. I assume this is a musical, 42nd Street. I just recently watched Gold Diggers of 1933 and Gold Diggers of 1922 or something like that. I can't remember. But those were actually pretty decent. Plus the cover art on this one is amazing. I like when RCA did their little, it's still in a circle, but there's not actually a circle there. It's just kind of the design, And of course, it's all hand painted. It's not a picture. This one's actually says that it's by Frederick Marvin. Frederick Marvin painted that one, or made the art for it. Another Robin Williams, Moscow on the Hudson. I've heard this is actually one of his better movies. It's not a comedy, so I'm going to give this a watch for sure. Moscow on the Hudson. And this is the last title that RCA ever released, Jewel of the Nile. I watched this a long time ago when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it lately. It's actually a pretty good movie. So there should be 1986 on here somewhere. So it was copyright 1985 actually. Oh, there you go, packaging copyright 1986. So, last title they pressed. And then they did Memories of Videodiscs. Lost and Found. I like the cover art on this one too. I think it looks really good. Once again, that's not a picture, it's actually painted. Or drawn, or whatever they did at RCA, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to give that one a watch. It looks really good. Another 2-disc title. This is another one that I've been meaning to watch one of these days. Black Sunday. I think it looks really good. It's interesting, they put the RCA CED part like up here higher when usually it's right down here along the very edge. That's a 2-disc title as well. And then we have Into the Night. This is another late release. Probably one of the last ones. This one says copyright 1985. It also says, when in use, place Videodisc in caddy and store vertically in cool, dry place. Remove shrimp wrap completely upon opening. So, let's go ahead and do that. And I've heard this is a really good movie. Got Jeff Goldblum in there, Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm definitely going to give that one a watch. And then we have Richard Pryor in Brewster's Millions. And this is actually one of the variations because you can find this title in both a white caddy and a blue caddy because they were starting to phase out the blue, I shouldn't say phase, but run out of the blue caddies. So they switched over to these white ones even though it is a stereo title. This one also says copyright 1985. It's been a while since I've seen this. I watched this when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it lately, so definitely gonna give this a watch one of these days. We have Brewster's Millions. Alright, now we have Enemy Mine. I've seen this title. I had another CD of it that I watched, and it's very good. I really enjoyed this film. These two are enemies and they get stuck on the same island together. And have to make friends. It's very nice. This is also one of my favorites, The Beach Girls. Very tongue-in-cheek. Much like the modern American Pie movies. It's got Deborah Blee in it. I think she was only in the one movie, maybe two movies. And we have No Small Affair. I have not seen this one yet, but it has been on my watch list. I've heard that it's good. This is a stereo title, still in a blue caddy. But they had run out of blue spines, and so this got a white spine in a blue caddy. Next up we have Vice Squad. This one I don't believe I've seen yet. If I did, I don't remember. 1982. And then we have the greatest fights of the 70s. You can be sure that Muhammad Ali is on here. Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Duran. Great fighters of the 70s. Let's see. I did have a copy of this that I was selling at one point. And I was going to go to Tony. And I was like, "Can you check the disc?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, sure." Opened it up, and it was cracked. Big chunk taken out of the disc. So that sucked, but it's a good thing he has to check. And then we have Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think this is an earlier published title, but it was late enough that it also got a white spine in it. It says 1981. Another stereo sticker I'm going to make into a magnet. This is The Thing, John Carpenter. This is a great movie. I love this movie. I'm glad to have this sealed copy. It's going to be very minty. I hope the disc inside is amazing. Can't wait to watch that one. Oh, another John Carpenter. It's also great. Christine. Never look at a 57 point with the same. Another stereo title with the white spine. And then we have Red Dawn. It's another great movie. I love this one. Go Wolverines. Yet another stereo title with the white spine. And then we have the new kids. Believe it or not, that's Becky from Full House, I believe. Starring Shannon Crespi, Laurie Lowen, James Spader, John Filden, Eddie Jones, Eric Stoltz, Tom Atkins. Eric Stoltz again. I'd open this up. I saw this one. This is also a very good movie. A lot of these horror ones are tough to find in good shape as well. They usually had a lot of watches. So, and we have Losing It. Haven't seen this, but it looks good. Is that Diane from Cheers? And Tom Cruise. Wow. Did not know that. I'll have to give this a watch. So we just finished Losing It. Next we have The Time Machine. H.G. Wells. This is one that I've wanted to watch, but I didn't want to open this just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and open it now, and then I'll be able to watch it. Hopefully the disc inside looks good. This is an MGM, Universal Artist production. Time Machine. Then we have Cocoon, Wilford Brimley. This is a great movie. I believe they did make the second one as well, which I've never seen the second one. But the first one's really good. This is also a stereo title, by Caddy, late release. 1986, so yeah, one of the lasts. And then we have Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Fred Rogers. This is not only hard to find, it's hard to find in good shape. So to find a sealed one like this was really nice. And notice, I did notice on this one, it does have a scratch on the label before I even opened it. So that's a factory scratch right there. RCA, quality control. Come on. This one's already falling off. Gas pump girls. I watched this one, but the copy that I... Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so as I was saying, Gas Pump Girls, I watched this one, but the copy that I watched was Skip City, so I'm glad to have a nice sealed one. Hopefully the disc is good. Next up we have Hocus Pocus, It's Magic. I've also seen this one. There's some very good sleight of hand work on here. A guy with coins. There we go. And then we have Split Image. I've never seen this one. It looks pretty good, so I'm gonna have to give that a watch. And then we have a John Candy, Summer Rental. This is a really good one. Also hard to find, in good shape. So I'm glad I found a sealed one day, wherever it came from. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up here. This one I have watched before. Well, not this copy, but I've seen this movie before. Great movie. Then again, it's hard to find a John Candy movie that's not a good movie. So, there you go, Summer Rental. And then we have Arnold Schwarzenegger, Pumping Iron. I have actually watched this one as well before. Now this would be a great one to get autographed by Arnold. Just right across there. That was amazing. And we have Smokey the Bandit Part 3. I'm not sure I've seen Part 3. I know I've seen Part 1 and 2. I think he's the only one in Part 3 that's actually in the other parts, if I recall correctly. Part 2. And of course, Part 1, all freshly unsealed. And then we have The Wizard of Oz. This is the MGM CBS version. There's also an MGM UA version. Then we have The Incredible Machine. It's a National Geographic title. Yeah, last one here, we have The American Alcoholic. This is another one that's kind of hard to find. Shrink was kind of falling off that one too. I think I've watched this one before. I think I had another copy that I watched. I do have a couple more sealed ones that I'm not going to be opening. I have the Bronco Billy, which I won't be opening because it has a Walmart sticker on it, believe it or not. Did not know CEDs were ever sold at Walmart until I found that sticker. And another one I won't be opening is McFleetwood The Visitor because it has a sealed record with it. So I wanted to keep that intact. And then I do have one more. The Man Who Loved Women, which I have up there sealed because it also has a cool sticker on it that I didn't want to rid of, but I believe that's it. Thanks for watching me unseal about 50 discs.